Hey there guys, today we are going to go over how to protest your tax values down. Now, I got to preface this by saying I am not a tax professional, but I can just tell you what worked for me and what the outcomes were. Now, I live in Houston, so this is what I did for Harris County, but a similar approach would work almost anywhere in the US. So to begin with, in March or April, you will get in the mail a notice of appraised value. This is the one for my house here. You can see in the middle here, it says the 2023 appraised value was $441,290. Now that's the first important number on this sheet, but the two most important numbers are your account number up here and your I-file number. The I-file number will change every year, but the account number will stay consistent with the property. So once you get this letter, you can either accept the appraised value, or like me, if you think it's a little high, you can protest it down. Now, there is some information here, but I'm going to take you on a step-by-step tutorial on what to do. So to begin with, we're going to go to the Harris County Appraisal District website, which I have open right here. And there's some cool drop downs here, starting with the Owners tab. If you already have an account, you can go to the Owners tab and log in and see all these documents. If you're not, you can create an account pretty easily using those two numbers that we had, the I-file number and the account number, or you can just go straight into the online forms. So that's where we're going to go first here. We're going to scroll down to Notice of Protest, and that's what we're going to want here. We're going to let Harris County know that we are protesting down the value of our house. So you fill this out with the account number, the I-file number, tax year, all your personal information, and then you're going to send it back. They do have an online version here. If you go to hcad.org.files, you can fill this out digitally and send it in. Once you send it in, it'll take a few months for them to get back to you, but they will return a notice of informal meeting. Basically, we received your notice of protest, and we understand that you want to have a meeting to discuss it. This is what that form will look like. It'll have this barcode at the top here. I whited out some of it just so it's a little more private, but it'll have your address, little barcode, it'll have your account number, your I-file number, and most importantly down here, it'll have an address and the date and time of your meeting. So there are some things you want to do before your meeting. You want to make sure to print off all the quotes you can about your property. So for example, I printed off, or I got some quotes on the roof because my roof was leaking. I had a flood when I bought the house. So I have a quote in here for the floor. And this is just a screenshot of a text. And you want to make sure you have a few. So I got two different roof quotes. I got some quotes for the windows, for the floors. They're not all in here, but I printed all of these off and I brought them in along with the closing docs. Those help pretty well. If you have any sales data from the neighborhood or your neighbor's house that sold, you can use that as well. If you have any fair market value letters from real estate agents, that can help. So you want to print all these off and bring them into your informal meeting. Now, once you get to the HCAD office here, you'll sign in using this form, so make sure you bring this as well. And you'll take a seat, wait for an appraiser to come by and grab you, and then he will take you in. You'll plead your case to him, show him all these documents that you have. Now expect to take about 30 to 60 minutes to get all this done, but at the end, they will give you a informal meeting settlement agreement. So this is what they gave me. Again, it'll have your account number, your iFile number, your address, your information, and it'll show what the initial appraised value was, what the appraiser had it at. So there's that 441,290. It'll have the value that you think it's worth. When I went in there, I thought it was worth 305,000 because I wanted to protest it as low as I possibly could. And then it'll have the appraised value that they agreed on. So this takes into consideration everything from what I bought the house for, what I had printed off from the neighborhood, what the neighbor houses were selling for, all the repairs that I thought needed to be done, the roof, the flooring, the windows, the siding, paint, everything like that. So we agreed on 340,000, and as you can see, that's a little over $100,000 difference. So that should save me about $3,000 every year in taxes. If you choose not to accept their informal meeting agreement, then you will go to a formal hearing where you will have a 3 to 4 person panel, and they will review all of the documents that you have, all the documents that the appraiser has, and they will figure out what the fair market value is for your property. I chose just to take the uh, informal meeting settlement agreement here because my goal was to get close to 100,000 off, which I got, so that was good enough for me. And then this will be reflected on my tax bill in a few weeks as soon as they get around to putting in all the paperwork. But that's it. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments.